Hey, it's your boy Goody Drew. Um, what's up? It's like 4 a.m. in the morning for me right now, so that's cool and all. And I guess I feel like making another YouTube video. Got that random 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Fucking inspiration, roaring whatever the fuck through my veins. I feel like for the past while or whatever the fuck, it's just I haven't been getting a lot of views, and I guess because of that, maybe I have this toxic trait of mine where it's like I have to search for these views. But again, it's like they'll come, and if they don't, then they don't come. I don't know. Just another time of me fucking judging myself. And I guess, when it's not me making my own YouTube videos, I depressingly just scroll on YouTube Shorts. And the more I scroll on YouTube Shorts, the more I look at all these trends of YouTube Shorts. And it's the same on TikTok too. And then the more I look at these trends, the more I realize, as long as I've been on the internet, it's like I was not on that side even though I was. Like, let me fucking explain. Like, I don't know. I feel kind of glad that I was raised the way I was, which is probably different from my other videos where I actually talk about the shit where I was raised. Now, I actually am very scared to talk about it sometimes because I don't even know. It just feels like, oh, should I even talk about this shit? Maybe I shouldn't. But you know what? God damn, who am I to say that? Because then there's so many other kids my age, heck, even fucking younger than me, that are doing the same thing that's acceptable. If I have parents that I feel like are just respecting my own boundaries, then talking about it, I guess, in a way shouldn't be bad. And if it is, I don't know. Like, I already talked about my plan about that. But nonetheless, I want to thank them in this video because sometimes I look at other trends and it just makes me feel like I'm actually happy that I was raised the way I was raised. I feel like I was raised where it's like I always had to be so critical of literally every single freaking thing. It's like whenever I'd see a trend, and I love the trend, I'd just be told it's fucking cringe. I remember I was 9 years old, bopping to Five Nights at Freddy's theme song by Living Tombstone. I was finding that so fun until my cousins and my siblings told me why it was cringe. And then it's like, oh yeah, that's just like a cousin and a sibling thing to do. They were almost adults. Actually, you know what I mean? And even like when they got older, like when they were adults, they just do it. And it's just kind of like a part of who we were. And I'm still like a kid, you know? And like the more I think about it, like, I don't know. I'm kind of glad that it is the way it is. Because like, I also realize that it's like when they find things cringe, this is what I respect. Because like when I notice, if I see anyone else and they say is cringe, and you ask them why they find it cringe, they probably won't give that much of a good explanation when they find a trend cringe. The best explanation is probably because it weirds them out because of this and that that's shown in whatever content or media it is. But whenever like I ask the same thing to my family, they go in an in-depth reasoning on why it's cringe, and this is the reason why I fucking love the way I was raised. Like, oh, hooey, let me give you an example, all right? Um, like trying to think of like a really good example right now. But let's think of an example where like I'm looking at like trends where it's just like over obnoxious YouTube short memes, and I was like younger. I didn't look at that. And they'd say it's cringe. And I ask them why it's cringe. They'd go into an in-depth analogy about like how it affects the industry and how doing so is something that's just shown because like whatever this and that, where I feel like if you ask it to like someone else, they'd say it's cringe because it just doesn't feel real. But whenever I ask like my family, they are so in depth, and I fucking love that. It's like it makes me so thankful. Like there's like, but it's also a curse because then like I can't even enjoy some things without them saying it's cringe. And when they say it's cringe, I know, okay, that means it's a good explanation. And then it just makes me like, should I even like this in the first place? And then I just feel bad for liking things. And they say, oh, don't feel bad. But like, how do I not feel bad when almost every time I like something, they have like a very good explanation on why it could actually be bad. And they have very, very good analogies, like such as some trends showing like fake people, where some people, take advantage of others. Oh yeah, the trends where like people are like super oh yeah, I remember like I used to be into these type of trends, and it was criticized in my family, where like people would like talk about like compare their art to others, and like I wish I got more likes. It's like one person that doesn't get a lot of likes versus me, or like one person that gets a lot of likes versus me who's like 12, and I draw this realistic drawing of a penis, and I get like 5 likes. What the fuck? And like that's obviously cringe, but then they go on an in-depth explanation on like people that are doing that are obviously people that were definitely raised off of that experience. It's a trend that is trending, but what what you don't like about it is the fact that that's kind of the easiest way to go. It's like the easiest way to get popular is using others' feelings about it. And then it's like I ask like my sister about it, my brother. It's like they go into really, really in-depth situations. And now, when I go on YouTube Shorts and see so many other trends, it's like I feel like in the Lego Movie when Emmett becomes a master builder and he sees like a Lego piece and he like knows the origin, he knows like he's like he can see the numbers. Now I'm no psychic, obviously, so everything that I think I see is gonna be wrong probably like 50% of the time, but I feel like when I see trends, I feel like I can see the problem with, I guess, how it affects people, the brain rot. And you know what, that makes me feel good because I feel like the whole brain rot meme trend is something where it's brain rot itself. It contradicts itself. What we call brain rot itself is brain rot from our own definitions, because no one would really know what is brain rot. Because, I don't know, I guess when you define brain rot, it's something that's not there, not teaching us things. I don't know. From what I understand, I don't really remember, like, the whole point, but it's like, we're kids, and we're learning. And when things are definitely stuff that are practicing things that are actually unhealthy, or getting us into, like, I don't know, really bad habits, whatever the fuck. I don't fucking know. Etc., etc. And I guess as a result, it, like, I don't even know what I'm fucking saying. And I guess I'm not really the best person to explain all this kind of fucking shit. But that's the way, like, I'm seeing it. And it's just, it makes me feel, like, thankful, like, to have, like, the parents I had in my life. Because it's, like, thank y'all that I'm not like that. Thank God. I hear some people complain about things that sound normal. And then I realize it's just so, like, patronizing. Because, like, to some people, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. I can't even think of examples. That's the weird thing about me. I feel like almost every time I can talk good, but whenever it comes to thinking of an example, the example just leaves the server from my mind, and it's like, peace out, bro, I'm out of here. And now I'm just, like, left here, like, feeling like a freaking empty, like, potato cul-de-sac. I don't even know. What's up with my food analogies, man? I don't know, I'm fucking weird. But you know what I mean, right? But yeah, I guess that was like the first part of my video about the whole thing where I feel like just thankful about the whole family thing. I just feel like talking more after like this whole like thing of like scrolling down YouTube shorts. Oh yeah, there's other trends I want to talk about. And I guess you know what it is? I feel like I think this is what I mentioned at the start of the video. These main trends that are trending, I feel like I'm so glad because it's the opposite of me. And as much as those trends are good, here, let me explain. I feel like I don't know how to explain it, but all of these trends are good for reasons, but I feel like lots of the people that follow these trends follow them because they're trending. When we're in a situation where we definitely like the media that we consume, and we also like to express ourselves, probably in the form of media, then we will probably, most likely, express ourselves in the form of the media that's shown within us. So whenever, like, let's say, we love expressing ourselves with certain things. We love, I don't know, talking about, like, arts, or like talking about like how sexy dudes are, and then we see like YouTube shorts edits of like sexy dudes. I don't fucking know. Then we're gonna do the same thing because it's a part of us, and especially when you're a kid or a teenager. And I feel like that's what's happening. This makes me feel so glad because I remember when I used to see the same things when I was younger. Like my parents would say the same thing. It's like, you don't want that to happen when you're older. I'm like, okay, goddamn, dad, great. Now I'm depressed, and as much as like I was depressed, it's like, oh, thank fuck, because like, I guess it's not a bad thing, but it's just, like, I get it. Like, I feel like I fucking get it, Because, like, I don't know, like think about this, alright? Because when you follow trends, especially those that were, I guess, they trend for reasons. And usually what trends follow certain, like, psychological components. But usually, especially in this dawn of the internet, we only go for the psychological components that helps us make the money, or I guess attention, which is why like you have this whole brain rot term. You know why they always have like 3 different tabs of like Family Guy or Subway Surfers, etc., etc.? You guessed it, it's the fucking attention span. It's by doing so, it distracts you and makes you focus on different things, especially when you're a kid, because then you could look at many different things. It's like a different type of content. And like, I don't even know how to explain, but it's like by doing so, it like creates this vibe where it's like it's easier to enjoy because it's like non-stop content where you don't have to easily focus. What the fuck? My cats are probably like wrestling. They probably like broke time and space. I don't know what fucking happened. But yeah, I don't know. When you like have shit like that, I guess that's kind of how it works. Funny how like whenever like I go back to what I'm saying when I forget, I just say this, that, but hey, that's normal, right? But yeah. Oh, there it is again. So yeah, when you see like those trends, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, those trends, especially the ones where you have different tabs, where it's like one of like Family Guy or Subway Surfers or someone like squeezing Play-Doh. I don't even know what the fuck those things are. You know what I mean? Those are where it's like easier to like, I don't even know how to explain it. Here's another thing. Haven't you noticed that one of them is where you just looking at something, especially something satisfying? That's why there's like gameplay of like GTA, really cool stunts, or Subway Surfers, or I don't know, where they're like squeezing that little like plushie. I don't even know what the fuck those things are. And then at the bottom, it's something where the entertainment is jokes where you listen. That's because those require two different parts of your brain. One of them is where you take information. It's like a story. One of them is story narrative type information, and the other is information that feeds, like, I guess what is like the dopamine part of you. It feeds the attention. It's satisfying because, you know, I guess it's like you focus on that. And the thing is that when there's nothing much to focus on, sometimes our senses can get distracted, which is why when you combine two of them, we use both of our senses at the same time, so unconsciously we get super, like, I guess, super into it. And that's just one of the trends. There's so much more to mention. You know those like trends with like the fucking song, like, oh my god, the song's so overheard. Okone kasegu kawashikata one kasegu, and they just have this guy on the top like. And so like probably it's like probably like an image of Twitter of like, I don't know, like some stupid like post that someone made. You know, like that. Those are addicting because they show especially trending posts, which are like really funny. But like the whole that's definitely unnecessary. But I think that's the reason they put that there is because I feel like it makes us more interested. Because when we're in this dawn of age where we already had this feeling to like, you know, focus on everything, even just the slightest thing, like an image of you making the ugly ass stare, looking at fucking nothing, that would probably go viral. And like, I don't know, I guess that's an easy like cheat sheet. And I guess when you look at everything that's trending, this, that. So you know what? Thank fuck for my parents, because I feel like when I get into these trends, it's like I always had to be criticized, and it was so annoying. But like, oh my god, it feels good to like know that like I feel like I've been saved, and I'm acting like this is like shit that's gonna curse me. Obviously not. I'm kind of joking, but like I feel like it's just, it can be dangerous, especially when you don't understand why. And I feel like this is the thing I want to thank the most. And this is what I want my content to be. I don't want it to be trends. I don't want it to be shit where it's constantly attention spamming, whatever the fuck. I want it to be me. Me. That's all I want. Goody Drew. I'm not trying to make it sound selfish or some like fan art page of like Goody Drew or whatever the fuck. And when I make my videos, I want to be authentic because I feel like, one, like, I guess knowing, like, how everything is, it's like, I feel like it could make a change. And, like, yeah, there's many other people that make videos like mine that are unedited. But, like, I don't know. You know, and I guess, too, it's because, like, I also, like, that's one of my goals. I want to be a more authentic person. I feel like most of my life, I tried thinking that I wasn't good enough, so I tried to be like others, but now I'm like, oh, I can be authentic, which is why I also like act like Moist Critical a lot, you know? Originally, when I was like making my commentary videos, if you guys go back to my first video where I showed my face, the CEO video, it was cut every now and then. It's because I used to watch Curtis Connor and shit, right? And it was also cut. But the thing was, it felt more tiring, and as a result, I didn't want to make more videos. And Moist Critical, he cut his too. But I noticed like, it felt dry where, like, he'd make mistakes, but he just kind of kept going. And then it made me realize that's being authentic and people love it. And now that's what I'm doing. It makes me feel so much fucking more better. And I feel like, I don't know, I guess that's what I want to talk about. Authenticity and the difference between authenticity and trending. I don't know, man. I do, and I feel like me and like every other freaking person wants to be a fucking famous YouTuber. But like, it's gonna be much harder to be someone to go viral, especially when you're doing something that's so dry, which is why you have trends. If you do something like this, if you make this kind of videos, then it's most likely not gonna go viral. Unless if, I don't know, like you do this all the time. I feel like this is another theory I have. The more you make videos, as long as you keep going, keep going, keep pushing until you have that whole baby of clout out of the mouth, not mouth, pussy, fucking restarted, but you know what I mean, right? And I guess like, once it's out there, it's like you accomplish your mission, and I guess in the end, all you gotta do is be yourself, because eventually you'll find the right audience. That's my opinion on it. But I don't think it's that easy, obviously, because it's the internet. Like, if it was like that, I guess, like, I'd probably see so many other people being authentic, because every now and then I might get recommended a video or someone like me that's talking. I just find it cringe because I stutter a lot, which I do too, so I guess I'm one to talk about that. So I just try not to think too much when I talk. I don't know, I feel more confident when I talk. That's another thing too. I actually fucking love talking like so much. Like, I always want to make big ass fucking speeches, especially in front of my friends or whenever I'm having conversations. It just feels like I can't stop talking. And I feel like most of my life it was looked as a negativity. Like, I used to actually go to places, little conventions with my dad to make me stop talking. I lose friends because I talk so much. It's like I always had to say things. It's like I couldn't have a conversation without ruining it. Where it's like, did you guys know that apparently we're all gonna die in like 7 billion years? And it's like, Goody Drew, we're learning about like finger paint. Now is not the time, bro. I don't know, that's a bit exaggerated, but like, I mean, I was also like that because my, also gonna blame it on my parents, because they were the ones that always talked about that shit too, you know. But like, I don't know. And now I feel like when I see something like this, it feels like a strength. I guess when I see something like this, I feel like, oh, this is my time to shine. But doesn't mean it is, you know? Because again, like, it's not easy to go viral. It just depends on if people want to watch it. And I feel like that's the thing. If I'm going to be authentic, the thing I'm going to have to depend on is just expecting the fact that no one's going to watch it as easily as the other trends. And I guess that's the thing. And I guess my other point in this video is, if you like making trends, like the trends I mentioned, just because I call them cringe or like I have problems with them, you can do that. That's something that I like want to differentiate from my family, because I feel like they always criticized it. They said it was okay, but they always criticized it, and I guess, you know, I guess I'm doing the same, but I just want to say, like, I'm trying to be as aware as I can, you know? So I think if people like doing those trends, that's okay, especially like people that are like, you know, my age. It's just that I feel like those trends started out from people that are just, you know, like, I guess clout chasers. I don't know, maybe I'm over exaggerating it. Like, part of it was from my family, the other part is actually from Moist Critical, as you can see, because like I'm heavily influenced by this guy, you know. Everyone, especially kids my age, want to be a famous YouTuber. But I don't know, I feel special about mine because I want to be someone that's not a YouTuber. I want to be a kid that just fucking takes videos of talking straight, and I want to see if that'll work, because I have a theory, because I feel like even, like, I'm not the only one, Most Critical's not the only one, my family's not the only one, many people are actually criticizing this same thing about how they're tired of these kind of trends, but these are the thing that trends, and I guess I'm thinking the same thing, and it's like, well, I don't know, it's like, if you record these type of videos, it won't go as viral. Well, I'm still getting an audience, nonetheless, and everything grows. The more you do something, it will grow, especially when you're in a social group. The more it happens, like, I make a video, maybe one person will show up and subscribe. Obviously, I won't go viral right away, but I keep doing it, one person might subscribe, and as a result, it's slightly, maybe just ever so slightly, less than like 1,000%, you know, make like my YouTube channel more viral. But that 1,000% is still big, because YouTube's big, so it might spread to very few people, and there's a chance that one of them might also come across my videos and it will repeat. And if that doesn't happen, the more I keep posting videos, it probably will anyway. And maybe other people will tell other people about my videos, or maybe other people will come across my videos. And this is the whole thing that I want to make a point out of. My only problem with this whole consistency is I have, like I said, I have really low self-esteem problems, which is the other reason why I make these videos, because of my self-esteem issues. Like, almost like half of my day is just me contemplating about my life, about how much of a fucking failure I am. So because of that, it's like I can't even get up to make videos. I want to let y'all know I have like probably 5, 6, or like 7. I don't know. I have a lot of like unfinished videos I made, and the reason I unfinished them is because I got like depressed like at the very end. Like some of them, it's like I have a breakdown and I just end it because it's like, you know what I mean? And actually, some of them I posted, but like you can clearly see me having a breakdown. But those ones I feel more sane because I still make a point. These are ones where it's like I don't even get to make a point. It's just sad, and I feel like no one wants to fucking watch that shit, you know? But, yeah, I guess that's my point. I feel thankful. Trends, I guess you could say, is invading our personal space on the internet. Beloved internet, YouTube. I want to try something different. And I actually, before I end the video, I want to encourage other people, if y'all made it to the end, if you guys are too lazy to follow trends and you want to do something like that too, but you are interested in something like what I'm doing, then do it. Because I think authenticity is the best. Doing what makes you feel like you and posting what makes you feel like you probably is just going to be the best. Actually, I feel like I might go viral because I'm actually recreating old YouTube. But again, this is what I think. Doesn't mean I'm going to go viral. You know, most likely I won't, actually. I want to make that clear. And, like, even when I say that, I still have those big hopes. So that means that I'm also most likely going to be disappointed. Because having those big hopes also come with big expectations, especially someone that's, like, low self-esteem like me. I'm low self-esteem with big expectations, and as a result, you know, it gets fucked up. So I constantly try to remind myself of these things. But I don't know. Nonetheless, even if it won't happen, I'm still practicing because I'm, you know, like negative all the time to be positive. And I guess when I look at it at the positive point of view, I still could like do something about it, you know? And I'm doing something different. And I actually want to encourage others to do that too. Be you guys, y'all. All right? We don't need to follow trends where it's like okone kasegu and stare at the screen. I know that your favorite YouTubers do that too, y'all, but you don't need to do that. I don't know. But if you want to, that's your choice. Goody Drew out. See y'all.